y'all, it's Ladybug and I'm back with another video. So jumping straight into it, I'm gonna show y'all how I made these biscuits. We're gonna add in our flour. I didn't have any self-rising on hand, so you can make these with all purpose. Don't let nobody tell you can't. We're gonna add in some baking powder. That's gonna take care of the rising property. And then we're gonna go in right after that with a little salt. And we're gonna go in with our butter next. Now what I will tell you, oh no, I'm sorry, we're going in with some baking soda. What I will tell you about your butter, freeze it beforehand. Cut it up as small as you can and then freeze it again. Now I'm adding in my buttermilk that I did have in the freezer beforehand as well. And I'm just making sure I get everything out my measuring cups because I am part of the No Ingredient Left Behind program. So if I can use it, I'm gonna use it. Alright, so I switched the view and you see me going in with my wooden spoon at first, but that's not giving what needs to be given. So I'm gonna flour up my hands and I'm gonna get in the nitty gritty. We're gonna go in and we're gonna knead all of that together. And you're gonna be doing this for a minute, but it's okay. Take a smaller piece of the dough from the top to get the dry pieces off the bottom instead of trying to continuously grab at it because you're not gonna reach it. It's gonna make it harder on you. Work with smaller pieces, and from those smaller pieces you build bigger pieces until it's all together in one ball of dough. Now y'all remember when I said we want our butter frozen? The heat from your hands is already should be causing it to melt at this point because as you can see, you can tell when butter is melting visually. You see it getting softer there. When I move it to the countertop and I get ready to knead it more, you'll see it melting even more. At that point, your dough is going to start to stick to your counter a little bit, and if you can avoid that, that's what you want to avoid. So again, please freeze your butter beforehand. You want it as cold as possible, as solid as possible. And on to the fun part. We are flouring up our countertop, or you can flour up your cutting board, whichever you choose to use. Just make sure you disinfect, sanitize, and clean whatever surface you're going to be putting this on beforehand. And we're going to move that to it and get into it. I believe this is called laminating. You're supposed to fold it like 5 to 6 times. I don't think I folded it that many times. I did a little bit in the bowl, and then that's when I moved it to the countertop. But I did most of mine just kneading out with my fists. You don't necessarily have to. That's just going to give you layers in your biscuit. But however you choose to make it is how you choose to make it. There is no one set way to make biscuits. So I don't have a cookie cutter. I'm using the top to a mason jar. I'm going to flour that up real well, and then I'm going to go in and we're going to press that straight down into the dough. Do not twist your cookie cutter or your mason jar top because it will make you mad. The dough is going to get stuck on it. You just want to push down and release. If the dough happens to come up inside of it, push it back down from the top. And right here, I'm just buttering the bottom of my pan just because I like buttery biscuits. And I'm going to go in, remove all of that, place them in the pan. And the excess dough that's left, that's been cut out, we're going to roll that up and we're going to make more biscuits. And we're going to do that until there's no more dough left. Here's a tip I learned from my nana long ago. When you're making biscuits, and this is even with the frozen biscuits too, put them touching each other and put them close together in the pan and they will bake faster and evenly. Now to top it all off, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna place a little bit of butter on top of each one, and then we're gonna place these babies in the oven for a little bit, and I'll put all of that in the description again. Wait until I finish and made everything. I'm almost done, but I just made biscuits from scratch. Like, what? I just made biscuits from scratch. Yo.